First of all, good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's see. Unfortunately, I wasn't supposed to be playing that song that I played last week. So let's warm us up with something a little bit more royalty free friendly. Are you the wizard? I'm almost up, y'all. Give me a second. 30 seconds. Okay. Okay, we almost landed. We just landed in the seat. Just landed in the seat, y'all. We just landed in the seat. Let me make sure. Okay. Make sure everything's ready for y'all. I don't want to just. I don't want to just jump in without. Let me hit the music real quick. Hopefully y'all could hear. Y'all was able to hear that, but I ain't want to just jump into it. We got a lot going on this week. Shout out to the WNBA. For an amazing All-Star weekend this weekend in Chicago. I told y'all we finna be talking about a little bit about everything. Things that I find interesting, which it was a lot of drama. So for y'all who love the NBA drama, WNBA got their own drama as well. They got their own drama. There's a lot of cheating scandals. Not a lot of cheating. There's one big cheating scandal. But if you're interested in learning more about that, whoa. Listen, I can't even. Last week, so I was playing with which was one of my favorite songs, "Ghetto Love Story," but I'm not thinking that like everybody knew about it. So I'm playing it on the stream, on the morning stream, just not thinking too much of it. And this week it's on the Hot 100 Billboard, so of course those streams have been demonetized. Well, I'm not monetized yet, but which is a reminder that you should like, subscribe, and comment so that we can get there. But let's make sure that we are. This BK came from. But yeah, I'm trying to find something right now. I just want to confirm. Like, okay, perfect. All right, perfect. We lit. We lit. That's going. Let me make sure. So yeah, WNBA had a nice weekend, which I think. I don't want no comments about my honey edition. All right. I love throwing the honey in the tea. Peach honey. Should get a sponsor. Peach honey, sponsor me, please. But yes, we is lit. Let me make sure we here. Okay. We is lit right now. Interesting week going into the stock market this week as well. It could get scary. AI could do the work for us. Let's see where we at right now. Stock futures rise following de-escalation hopes in Middle East. There's been some things have been escalating to say the least. So de-escalating is good, but it's definitely looking nasty out there. Energy and defense is kind of, which I had like a weird feeling. I had a very weird feeling that it wasn't over, and I got into a ETF. Why isn't it popping up? I'm not tripping. I got into the Vanguard Energy Index Fund. let's see. Let's see. Let's see what stocks are being held in this fund and at what percent. Like, I'm just trying to show y'all how easy it is. I don't even want to, like, you don't even have to call yourself an investor. Like, how easier it is to invest. Like, there's just, I read a statistic that came from, not a statistic, I read a Threads tweet. I don't even know if you call it a tweet, but a Threads thought statement of someone saying how harmful the gambling world. There's more people gambling in our community than there are people investing within our community. And it's sad because it's gotten beyond easy to just gather the information, right? Because I feel like to be an investor, you just need to gather information and then make a decision based off the information that you gathered. But look how easy it is. I literally just typed in. Let me move my head real quick because I literally just typed in. Let's see. Not bad. I didn't want to do that. Why did I just move? Let me move myself to the other side just so we can see this properly. Don't worry. We'll move a little bit faster once I get a little crew in here. But yes, let's look at this here. These are, and it took me a few seconds. I literally just typed it in on the side of Google Finance. There's Google Finance. I guess it's not beta no more, but Google Finance. If you have a Gmail account, you have access to it. YouTube account, you have access to it. As I mentioned last week, you can create your portfolio and add your stuff here. I already have one. I'm just not signed into this one, so that's why you're not gonna see my choices. But yes, look, this is what's in the VD, and of course, I'm not telling y'all to invest in this. I'm just telling y'all. I was like taking in information, and I just didn't believe that we were completely done with the Strait of Hormuz thing. Because the way they kept doing the deals, it'd be like verbal agreement now, and then in 30 days we'll actually physically sign it, which that just leaves, when it comes to tension, it just leaves too much in the air with just a verbal agreement, because that just means we're not committed to anything. It's not on paper. So I just had a weird feeling. Any business that isn't on paper, any agreement that isn't on paper, you're taking the risk of it going a different way. So with me knowing this, I said, you know what? I don't think this is over. I don't think, until we have something signed, sealed, and delivered, I do not think this is over. So, making a good call. And, I've been making these calls recently. I'm actually excited about myself. Been making these calls recently, and it's been working, y'all. So, my bad. I gotta throw this. I gotta share, man. I gotta share the wealth. I gotta share the wealth. So yeah. I made a decision. Said, you know what? We're gonna get into this. And here's why. Look at, they got 20% ExxonMobil, for 13% in Chevron, 5% in ConocoPhillips, I don't even know, 3% in the Williams companies, 3% in Valero Energy, 3% in Marathon Petroleum, 3% in EOG Resources, 3% here, 2.9 here, and another 2.7. So as y'all can see, this is what an ETF is, right? And what makes an ETF so, like, I guess, what makes it so approachable, I'm trying to use words that, like, non-investors would, like, just like what makes it people more comfortable getting into ETFs is that, let's say ExxonMobil is up 10% on the day, but then you got Valero Energy for whatever reason, maybe they have a lawsuit and they're down 50% on the day, you're not going to feel that full 50 because Exxon could be up 10%, Chevron can be up another 15. So if you got, four other companies that are, altogether are up 50 plus percent, it's going to kind of cancel out that down 50% that Valero would have been giving you, right? Now, if you just own Valero Energy by itself and it go down 50%, your money down 50%. Like there's nowhere around it. But in this case, you wouldn't really be going through that issue, right? So but that also doesn't mean just buy every ETF that you see, right? There's a lot of ETFs that charge wild fees, right? I'm learning that right now in this book. I got it right here. I gotta put y'all on what people put me onto. My good friend Tev, shout out to Tev, had sent me this book and many other books, and I'm still reading it. It's a very thick book, as you can see. Title is called Money Master the Game: 7 Simple Steps to Financial Freedom. So if you're looking for financial freedom information, that's a good one. It's gonna tell you about ETFs. It's gonna tell you about how there's ETFs that are charging people a lot more money, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Be mindful. You can Google. Oh, this brings me to a perfect segue, y'all. A perfect segue because I wanted to share something with y'all. I wanted to share an ETF that I was invested in that, to say the least, they kind of screwed me over. Like, to say the least, they screwed me over. All right, in order to do this, I have to not show y'all my email because I gotta go into my email. So give me a second. Let's see this. Let's do this because I really want to show y'all this. All right, let me show y'all this, and then let me get the background together. I just didn't want y'all to get in and see my email, but I want to show y'all I had invested in the ETF, and I signed up for their subscriptions or whatever. Oh my god, I don't even know if I know the password. Nope, of course that wasn't it. Alright, sorry, 1 second. I'm trying to find this email that I got sent by an ETF just so y'all can see how this stuff, how they be manipulating these numbers. I need y'all to see it for y'all selves, because I don't want to say they was lying, but they use tactics, and I feel like this is a good kind of, maybe not learning lesson, but at least okay, I kind of see what you're talking about. Let's see, this stuff's trying to ask for my home address. I'm just trying to get to this email, y'all. All right. Boom. All right. Let's pull this up. Let's get this back going, because now that we where's the oh, that was the wrong thing. All right. Why is it doing that? All right. Let me see where the best place to place myself so that y'all can see everything on the email. Y'all can see exactly what I see. Okay. So, this beautiful email here, right? So what caught my eye about this, when I invest in the ETFs, I want to know the information. Give me all the info. Give me all the information, a brother could receive for putting my money with y'all. So ARK Invest is an ETF fund managed by a lady named Cathie Woods. She was very popular 2020, 2021. Super popular, making everybody so much money. So what did my goofy new investor self do? I fell in love with Cathie Woods. I fell in love with how much information her team, her organization was bringing to the table. They were sending emails. They were sending it's if you have Morning Brew, it was like Morning Brew, but for her funds. Sorry, there's a lot to say, so I'm gonna have to be taking these water breaks because I'm not happy with Kathy Woods. What caught my eye about this email, because I stopped looking at ARK Invest emails because I had lost money on, I had invested in ARK FinTech, I had invested in ARK Innovation, I had invested in ARK Genomics, and I lost some money on all of them, to say the least. I'm still in ARKG, just because when I decided to invest in ARKG, even though I'm down, when I did decide, I knew it was like a longer term play, just because of the technology and what they were talking about, gene editing. It was just like, it seemed so like 15 years out. So I said, let me just get in. Let me get in. Things are hot. Let me get in. And what caught my attention right here was this headline right here. ARKG returned 73% over the past year. Here's why. And one thing I want y'all to know is that a lot of these ETFs be manipulating, not just ETFs, in the financial world, reportings. A lot of numbers get manipulated, like this one right here. Because I guarantee you, and we ain't even gonna do it because I know, if I pulled up my stats for ARKG investing, there's no way in hell I got 73%. And if I did get 73% over the past year, that means I had to have been down 120% or 140, 50%. Right? They're making it seem like they still doing good. And the reality is ARKG is not doing good. They bring up these numbers and try to put it all together so that like you can be happy, but if you don't, obviously if you look like, damn, the last 3 months up 60%, year to date 45%, 1 year 73, like you start to like. But then let's go to the 5 year, right? What I told y'all, I invested in 2020, 2021, we're in 2026, negative 14%. So the people that believed in her when she was flying, they're down, -4, -14. While the S&P 500 is up 13%. So she's focusing on it's like all right. Her numbers are better at the 12-month mark. So she's focused on that number clearly, right? Because it's outperforming, I guess, the S&P, right, which did 22%. But look at the consistency of the S&P. Like, this is what people don't understand. Like, I can't highlight it, but look across this row right here. Look at the consistency. This is what you want. Nothing too high, nothing too low, right? Last 3 months, 15%, smooth, calm. Year to date, 10%, smooth, calm. 1 year, 22%, smooth, calm. 3 year, 20%, smooth, calm. 5 year, 13%, smooth and calm. 10 year, 15%, smooth and calm. Now let's go to this roller coaster. 3 months, 59%. Year to date, 45%. 1 year, 72%. 3 years, 7%. So we're back down here. And then 5 years, you go -14. And then 10 year, you go up 10%. That's a roller coaster. That's not a roller coaster I want to be part of, y'all. Like, and that's what's like, when you see like they throwing out like, oh, we returned 73%, like look at the full picture, y'all, because they be finessing on how they report these numbers. ARKG is not something you should be investing in, and I don't care what they did in the last 12 months. Now, if you really believe in gene editing and you do more research and you feel that ARKG or the genomic revolution is turning, then be my guest and get up in that thing, but just be very mindful. Read a book like this one here I told y'all about that's going to give y'all more information, or just have ChatGPT give you a full breakdown, and you'll get a little bit more information. I kind of feel like I'm going and talking a lot about ETFs, but if we get a good pullback, I need y'all to be aware of how you can get finessed in this game. I've been finessed, and I don't want y'all to be finessed either. So This is what we're trying to figure out. But nonetheless, damn, we haven't even went on Schwab Network today. What are they talking about?
Unemployment's down to 4.2%.
We got 20 minutes, 22 minutes to the bell.
We're getting, it could even go lower. So the good news is the Fed can focus on inflation. Now, Kevin Warsh has come out and talked about reducing the balance sheet and reducing interest rates, right? And so we'll see if he starts to turn the committee towards that. He's probably still going to talk about task forces and how they're collecting data and getting ready. Remember, he wants that.
All right, so the big thing right now, if you weren't aware, my bad. I wanted to play so I can hear. So the biggest thing right now is, are we gonna raise rates or are we gonna lower rates? I don't think we can lower rates just because of where we are in the economy. People are scared of rates rising because the stock market will go down, real estate go down, right? Because that means now people are paying more interest to borrow money, so they may invest less because people borrow money to invest. If you didn't know, welcome to the world. A lot of people aren't buying houses cash, they're loaning money. So if interest rates go up, to loan that money, to pay back that money becomes sometimes double, triple what it was years before, right? The person that paid 3% before 2020 is now paying 7 to 5, 7 to 6% here in 2026. So it could get worse. So that's what the big thing right now is, and they're focused on new jobs or like jobs data, and they're focused on economic data and indicators, and this is the stuff that moves the market, y'all. These little in-between news things and indicators, it can kind of shift. You need to know that, should you be watching the VIX or should you be watching the macro indicators? It's something to be, knowledgeable about.
CE data on Thursday, that is all expected. The consensus is for all those to come down, Nicole, so we'll look forward to that as well.
All right, good to see you there at the CBOE.
I did realize I'm covering
Monday morning ahead
19
of a
minutes.
busy week. We'll be going to Kevin.
Estimates that it takes between $30 and $45 million per day to just keep up the U.S. naval blockade, as one example.
So this is a big number to be. The crude number 2 is something to be watching for if you're investing on oil. Something I should be watching and being invested in VDE, just to be knowing, like, if this number goes up, I make more money. That's just how it's going to work, which is nice.
Are happening, he says, at both the more nuanced technical level as well as the leadership level. The issue is, at this point, even as the fighting has stalled, we're still seeing those disruptions in the Strait of Hormuz. New data out today from research
Brent
from
crude.
Kepler
Maybe it was Brent
shows
crude.
that over the weekend, on average.
All right, hey, we got some stuff right now. We got some good stuff right now. You gotta let them get them ads off, y'all. Let's see what they talking about over here.
Their profitability and earnings.
I'll tell you what worries me on the picks and shovel side. The hyperscalers, the NVIDIAs of the world.
Yo.
You look at hyperscaler data.
Good thing, right?
I bring this up all the time, and I know I'm a boy who cried wolf on
I
this. But look at 2025.
I almost said, I was like, y'all, let me invest in Google.
In debt issuance from the hyperscalers.
Why can't I
this
search
year
Google?
alone, just in the first 6 months, $489 billion.
Yeah.
We see spreads getting wider. That's getting a
That's
little
so
bit
weird.
more
Something
shaky
went
in
wrong.
the credit market. At some point, you have to worry that that's got to be paid at some point. And so, how does that
weird.
work out over the long term?
And you also
Finance.
have more creativity, right?
You do.
Being
That's
applied
right.
by
Alright,
the private credit
Alphabet.
markets.
That's
And this
Yeah.
morning,
That's right.
of course, the report
I hate
that
when they do the
NVIDIA is
Class
in
C,
talks with
Class A.
OpenAI to serve as
So-
guarantor
My bad,
for
y'all.
$250 billion.
So last week, right, and this is like shaking up the market. Just to give y'all. Last week, I was very like, I love making earnings call plays sometimes when I have a hunch, because you can make your money do backflips, right? This is probably, options is like the quickest way to make your money do backflips, and it's the quickest way to lose your money and go into full depression. So I love making earnings call. I've hit on Google's earning calls in the past, last year around time, but something told me not to take this one. One, the fact that it was like $3,400, right? I will at this point, 342. I wanted a 343. I wanted to bet it for it to go to 350, which on an earnings call is not that far fetched. Like $7-10, not that far fetched. Clearly, it went down to 321. So it could have went up $21. Instead, it went down $21. But something told me not to take it. It just didn't feel right. They beat on everything, and the stock dropped from 342 to 321 and kept going. 316 was at a low. 317. I mean, pre-market. I haven't checked the pre-market, but on Friday they closed at 319. So it can go either way sometimes. Like, they beat on everything. Like, analysts confused. Like, look at the highest projected price point is 515 for this 12-month forecast. Obviously this is speculation, but average 427 and the lowest 350. That's what I was gonna bet, 350, which is currently right now would be a 9% jump. So I had the right idea, it just wasn't the right timing, and that can be a thing. So like now as an investor, I have to be like, is this the buying opportunity, or is there going to be more room? Like, because I would love to have Google at like a 297, 80, 280. Like, give me 280, 274. You know, I'm racking up. I may put my whole savings account if you get the Google in the 274. You know, and that's. Listen, I made a mistake and I ain't go all in last time on Google. I ain't gonna make that mistake again, y'all. Like, Google is going nowhere. I don't care how anybody feels. Google is here to stay. And I didn't even realize that they had Android phones on lock, Samsung phones on lock. Every Samsung Android phone comes with YouTube already on it. You know, and these are the phones that the rest of the world have access to. You know, not everybody has access to iPhones and can afford iPhones. So, you know, it makes me want to get a little Samsung just to support the investment. You know what is a stock that has been doing amazing? Oh, damn, now this thing's showing you my portfolio. It low-key is showing you all my watch list. All right. No worries, though. Apple's been killing it, though. I'm in Apple as well, too. This is one of my longest term cash-like, you know. And this is what I mean. You want to buy low, sell high. You want to be looking, all right, when's the last time? Like, you don't want to buy up here. Look what buying up here gets you. At 333, you get dropped down to 326, you get dropped down to 321, and then back. It's a roller coaster. When you buy here, all this roller coaster up here, you happy every day. Whether it's down 2-3%, up a couple percent, you happy because you bought in at the best possible moment. All right, so that's what I mean by buy low, sell high. There's a lot of patience that go with it. Sometimes it just never comes back, and I do agree, but for the most part, it usually gonna come back. So yeah, tech has been a little bit up and down, but we're gonna continue to watch it. Let's listen to hear what they got going on the morning brief.
And LLMs and talks. But
How much time we got till? That's what I'd be worried
Big day.
about.
Tom Plum from the Plum Funds is standing by. Opening bell. We'll be right back.
All right, opening bell's gonna be right back. We got about 14 minutes, and shout out to everybody that's, you know, giving this live a chance. You know, the goal is to be on morning bell, you know, on this live a couple times out the week, sharing what I love, and, you know, not even just like on some like, yo, be an investor. Like, I'm not pitching y'all to join nothing unless it's just like something to just chat. You know, eventually we'll get the Discord going just to be more connected. But it's really just to help y'all get y'all morning started. I know a lot of y'all are at work, you know, but some of y'all can have y'all phones on during work, so it's a good little tap in to be tapped in, you know, to be aware of when, you know, there's people making a lot of money by 9:31. There's people making a lot of money by 7:30 a.m. So before you even get out your house, there's people making a lot of money in this world. So, you know, I know gambling cool, the sports stuff is cool, but like it's really the same thing. You can look at a stock like a sports team. That's cold. I didn't even think about that till right now. You could really look at a stock. You could look at an Apple like a sports team. Like this is Los Angeles Apples. Like whatever, you got to tweak your mind to take your bets here, because like, and obviously I'm speaking more holding shares versus options, because options it could be gambling. Like you could lose right away, you can win, you could lose right away too. When you're holding shares, when I'm holding a piece of the company, when I'm holding voting rights, it's a little bit less of a gamble. It's risk management, is what they call it. I'm trying to use big words early in the morning. Mitigating your risk. Mitigating your risk. I'm sad we couldn't play the song, man. I just felt like that was such a good song. Baby, I just wanna dance. Man, look at this guy.
Time of need for capital.
It's crazy. I'm reading this. I'm like, I thought they were saying like 65 is not dead. I thought they were talking about his age. That's crazy.
Is not dead.
It's a crazy
but
thought.
It's been abused and misused by a lot of people.
So yeah, that's all that's happening. Tech companies invested a lot in the AI. The reason why Google went down, they overly invested in the AI to the point where like they're not making like money off of it. But like that's the thing. It's you overinvest now to reap the benefits on the back end. And I really just do think Google is one of them ones. Like Google in the 200s, one of them ones. I'll take Google at $199. 10 minutes till opening bell, y'all. Let's get it going. And we're cutting off sharp at 9:45 today. I got things to do. I got work to do.
That volatility, because we're not going to be in a period of time where interest rates.
Also, y'all let me know if y'all want me to. I was thinking about going live and doing some editing, just so y'all could see me. You know, just maybe tomorrow we'll pop off with a little bit of editing, a little 15-minute, 10-minute editing session, and then we'll jump into the style, just so I can keep mixing it up. Y'all know I'm trying to make sure. Sorry for the gloomy look too. There's a lot of clouds. I thought the sun was gonna be out today. I didn't even set the light up, so you don't even get to see my skin really glow. Let's see, but I think there's like at least another stop we can go here. Wow, one more stop, y'all. We could probably go one more stop on here too, just to brighten it up for y'all. You know, I know y'all want me to be looking my best, so just to brighten it up. But yeah, so I'm gonna be, you know, if you see me on here editing in the background, just enjoy the vibes. You know, we're gonna be on here a lot more than usual, just to keep the vibes up and you know, build a community. It's just so important. I let the last community go, so it's like I'm realizing how important it is to continue to foster your community, continue to stay connected with others. And it's hard. It's like a big world. You know, it's a big world to keep up with everybody, but also try to like stay focused in what you're doing. It's a lot. It can be a lot of things going on, but nonetheless, we got 8 minutes till the bell. 8 minutes. My prediction for this week, I think we're gonna be choppy. Like I think we surged. We're surging on this. Okay, Valve's response to your threats against AI firms. I think, you know, we might be up right now. See, I hate when they start doing all this. Come on, man. We ain't trying to. Y'all got enough ads going on here. I think that this is going to be a choppy week until we get a deal done. Until we have something set in stone. This gets nasty. And now, like, the topic is China going to make the move on Taiwan? Like, because I seen something else saying that we're damn near running out of missiles. So it's like, I hope that's not true. I hope the big bad wolf didn't run out. I really do hope. I really do hope. Okay. Okay, they're giving talk some space. So it's like, but it's like at the same time, like I know the government's trying to protect this market. So it's like they could be putting stuff on the headlines. Like you got to do deeper researches. You have to have like different avenues, whether it's like a Twitter account, like an Iran Twitter account that's giving you real news from on that end, and then that way you could take that information with the information that the U.S. is pushing out, and then you can kind of like merge the information to make the best possible decision, because this is where people are making the money. Like they're, some people are in the roller coaster and they're playing it down, they playing it up, playing it down, playing it up. Some people are waiting for it to go down to play it up. Some people are waiting for it to go up to play it down, and we just need to be more aware, right? Whether it's $100, y'all, I started with $5 single. I was so scared to invest $5 single in Cash App, right? This was 2020. I was so scared, right? But I said, you know what? I could risk $5. I spend $5 on eating the worst food possible, sometimes snacks or whatever. $5 is not a huge amount of money, but I was like, this $5 is going to either teach me a lesson. No, this $5 is going to teach me a lesson, right? And at the end of this $5, I'm going to either be intrigued or I'm going to be like, I'm good on that. Till this day, I still own one of those stocks that I held with the $5, and it's Roku. I haven't checked it in a while. Let me just check before I'm talking now. I don't want to be like, act like I still got it and then I don't got it, all right? Last time I checked, I had it. I don't remember selling it because, like, what am I going to do with $1? So I do still have it. My $1 from 2020, y'all never believe, is currently down 3 cents. It's down 3 cents, y'all. Obviously, it's went up. Let's look at Roku. This is so hilarious. But just to show you how easy it is to get in, y'all. Like, I got in with $5 in 2020 here. So obviously my $1, and so I took $5 and put them into 5 different companies because I wasn't aware of how this worked. I really should just put my $5 in an ETF, like a tech ETF. That would have been smart, but I wasn't aware. So that's why I'm sharing this with y'all. So I got in somewhere over here, right? And so my $1 did go up in value at one point. It went from 80 to 468. Wow. So that $1 did gain, and it never got back up there. I mean, it got up to 430, and it's just seen a different light of day ever since. But it looks like it's actually trailing. So yeah, I still hold that $1 just to show people my story is real. Like I put that in. Let's see if I got December 10th, 2019. This is what I love about this. You can't fake this. You can't fake this, y'all. This is what I can't show y'all, but I'm reading it off my phone. December 10th, 2019. I said this Christmas we gonna bring home the bacon. I didn't bring home the bacon that Christmas because my 130, my what is it? My 146 share price, which doesn't make sense because this is on December. Oh no, it does make sense. All right, so I bought in between this month and this month. And then it just went down, and then it came back up. This is when I should have sold out and maybe invested my money into something else. So, but I didn't. I wasn't aware at the time. But it's okay. It's okay. But I just wanted to. That's a fun story. So yes, if you're new, all it takes is $1 to get your interest. Your interest going, because you need that. You need the interest because you need to be doing a lot of research. So we got 3 minutes to the bell. They're on commercial. So I'm gonna just talk this one out, y'all. But yeah, it's very interesting. It's very, very interesting. trying to think. Did fresh content. I hope everybody's having a great start to their day. It's going to be a great week regardless of where the market's going.
Tom White is standing by, and what are you watching big picture? And then we'll talk a little bit about Alphabet Google, too.
What's big picture?
Yeah, watching the price of oil. That's going to be the story here today. That, along with, earnings season really ramping up this week for the Mag 7 names report, including Microsoft, Meta, Apple, and Amazon. A lot to digest there. You got the FOMC minute. We're starting to hear rumors that there might be a possible price or rate hike. I don't see that happening.
We can't.
But yeah, this is nice to see when you've got yields down a little bit. You've got crude oil selling off on the pause intentions between the U.S. and Iran. So that's a positive. Dollars weakening here a little bit. Yeah, so a lot of positives going on into a really busy week here, Nicole.
Yeah, without a doubt. So we are lined up ready for this pile of earnings, no doubt. Let's talk about last week. We had earnings from Alphabet, which pulled back. The concerns there were about free cash flow and the CapEx spend. But Phillips Securities actually putting a buy rating today. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, not a bad idea to probably upgrade this stock. They did lower the price target to $425 from $450 on this one.
Wait, Phillips,
but they did see, they kind of highlighted the revenue growth that they saw last quarter. Now, Google Alphabet's got its problems, right? It's CapEx spend. They raised it from 180 to 190 billion.
That's they're spending in AI, so that's why it went down.
That caused the 7.8% drop that we saw in Alphabet shares last week. But you think about it, 82% cloud growth. That was above the expectations, which were elevated about 64% growth rate. So a lot of segments of their business doing well. I think investors are still trying to figure out, Nicole, right now, what this CapEx means and how are they going to continue to monetize it.
Yeah, and look, I look at the big picture. What's
20
happening
seconds. Let's go. We got the bell. I ain't got
easing a little bit. Thank you for that, Tom White. Good to see you. Time, folks, for the opening bell.
Look at the alarm going off and everything. Let's go. I missed the whole. There you go. Y'all hear them bells? I need y'all to be used to them bells. Because that means it's time to get money.
And there we go. Time. Look at that. We have right there D-Wave at the NASDAQ.
And like I said,
Schwab Network's been on here many times.
Like I said, there's, opportunity to make it before 7:30 a.m., but you're not there yet, I assume the people doing that are they in another channel. They watching someone else. They ain't watching here. All right. Everything's popping off. Chewy. Elf popping off too. Everything's jumping, but you don't get fooled by that quick little 2-3% jump. That thing can swing back the other way so damn fast. Okay, service now up 4%. The messages are coming in, y'all. Messages are coming in rocket. Yo, I got burnt so bad on Snap, y'all. And this is how you could tell this stuff be manipulated. Because where is it? Oh, where was it in June? Yeah, it spiked up right here. Was it here? 6? Man, I don't know. I don't even want to look into it. I got finessed by Snap, to say the least. What's VDE? So VDE, damn, down. See, this is the stuff I'd be confused about. We don't even have a deal done, and we go down. Like, look at this drop. Like, people just be moving money so fast. Like, sheesh, just took all the profits. Just took all the profits, and there's not even a deal done. So I expect this to go up, truthfully. I expect it to go up today. Or at least tomorrow. Like, nothing else makes sense. This is like a deep sleeper. If you got money just care about, this is the Amazon of Africa right here. They are far away from having Amazon success, but If you're curious. If you're curious. What happened to Bitcoin, y'all? I was just saying. Hey, man, listen, man. I keep hearing this Bitcoin to $1 million thing, man. And here's the timeline. Let's see when they saying the timeline is now. Listen. It would have to be the bull case, which is always the best case scenario. I don't know. I'm gonna be waiting for it though. Just know if it hits $1 million, I'm in. I'm in. I am in. There's a lot of opportunities there, and I just want us to be aware. We got a bunch of companies reporting. Let me see. I took a screenshot. I can't share it though. But this week we got actually let me get this on y'all. Let me get this on y'all radar. Let's see. How can I image? Would it be another image? Let me add another image. Yeah. Image 2. What's this called? Screenshot. I'll be trying to like screenshot things so I can share with y'all. I believe this is the one, Coca-Cola, right? Cause Tesla already thing. Let me just make sure I get that. Boom. All right. So we're only gonna be here for like 10 more minutes, y'all. So stay put. But yes. So this is what we got for this week. It might be tough to even read it, but I'm like, I have to get closer to my damn self to see. But we got, some notable companies: Whirlpool, PayPal on Tuesday, Coca-Cola, Boeing, Bloom Energy, Seagate, UPS, Visa, JetBlue, Tilray, Ford, the Cheesecake Factory, Royal Caribbean. On Wednesday, we got SoFi, Microsoft, Meta, Robinhood, Qualcomm, ADP, Chipotle, P&G. On Thursday, we have Amazon, we have Roblox, we have MasterCard, we have Valero, we have Reddit, we have Altria, we have Ferrari. On Friday, we have ExxonMobil, we have Moderna, we have Chevron, we have Dominion Energy, we have AbbVie. So this is a big week for energy. It's a big week for energy. Very big week for energy. I'm excited. I'm watching. I love UPS. Still watching UPS. I would love to get UPS on another drop. I made some money on them this year. Bought low, sold high. Interesting to see what PayPal does, just because I'm invested in Square. I'm interested to see what Tilray does, because I'm still down all of my money on a cannabis stock that I got in 2020. I'm disgusted about. So I'm still here watching Meta. I think Meta is such a good buy at 584. I'm telling you, if Meta drops to 584, I'm finna get my Christmas money. I'm gonna put it in. We're gonna document it. I'm gonna put in my Christmas money in hopes to double it, or even get up 30-40% by Christmas, because I've watched Meta stock go from 584 to shoot up, and then goes back down to 584, shoots up, then it goes back down to 584, shoots up, then it goes back. It's a range, and I'm like, I think it might be time to ride the wave. Have y'all watched Dunes, when they ride in the worms? It's time. You could watch it for so long. It's time to call into play. Let's see what else I'm gonna be looking at. Interested in Qualcomm. That's gonna give us some chip information. Microsoft. They already been having such a bad downturn, so it's gonna be interesting what they do. If they go up, I think it's gonna help tech. I think if Microsoft, Meta, Robinhood, and Qualcomm have good earnings, I think it could send, and Amazon. I think it can definitely send the tech on a nice ride up. I love Amazon at 200. I need it at the lowest possible, right? Lowest possible price is what I need it at. So that's where we at with that. That ski. Let's see. I just wanna dance, baby. I won't tell on you. Where's this shit at? Oh, I forgot when you. It's so stupid. When you minimize this thing, it's really gonna. It's so dumb. It turns it into a black screen, which just doesn't make any sense. All right, where's the? Let's go Yahoo for a second. See what Yahoo on. You know, it's already been a good informational morning. Let's see what these people are talking about.
United Airlines.
What they need to just do is throw my face in here. I'd be the fifth opinion. They just put a little circle in the middle. I'd just be like an additional comments person.
A year ago, whatever it was. He clearly wants to be a kingmaker in the space. UAL has a smaller market cap than Delta by $13-14 billion, but I can't help but to think, any tie-up there would be in part because of a longer-term concern about the outlook for oil prices.
It certainly could be.
I don't like this. United Airlines export Delta. I don't like that.
Because they have that sort of hedge when it comes to oil. But look, or fuel prices.
Traveling's about to be a thing of the luxury, y'all.
Kirby.
Like, you're gonna be traveling like, damn, you traveling? It's gonna be like, damn, you
perhaps
damn, they got a Cuban on your neck.
With two companies that are sort of flailing or that are underperforming. I mean, these two airlines are the top airlines in the U.S. And last year, Wall Street Journal reporting that they had accounted for 90% of U.S. airline profits together. So this would not be two struggling airlines merging. This would be two big, good company, profitable airlines that would make a major mega deal, which calls into question whether this really would go through because of antitrust concerns.
Yeah, that'd be a monopoly.
Brooke, I'm more of a Delta guy. What can I say?
I'm a Delta guy too. Shout out Delta.
And I'm more of a United girl,
really?
So we can agree to disagree.
Okay, we'll agree to disagree. Okay.
But what I will say is, like Inez said, this is both two premium airlines, and actually Delta CEO even said last week on the call, though, that despite these higher oil prices and despite having a pretty good take at both of these companies in the premium revenue market, now updating both their seats so that they can get a little more for their money, Delta CEO even said that he's not even so much focused on the price anymore, but more of that experience, and especially that premium experience, which goes to show the pricing power that these airlines have. And on top of that, too, Delta CEO even said that it would have to increase that lowest fare by 5% in order to even offset those fuel costs.
Oh my God.
And so it seems like right now, this is a industry that is focused on just getting that consumer to want to spend. And both United and Delta have done a good job with that.
Jed, this marriage, which is unlikely to
No,
happen.
they haven't done a good job. People have no choice. These plans are, a lot of people plan travel 12 months in advance, work, vacations, sometimes longer than 12 months. So it's like, there is no choice. Either a lot of tickets are old. I mean, I was at the airport this week, and there was a good amount. I missed the flight. I missed the flight because there was too many people in the Sky Priority line, to say the least. Apparently, even though I think I put in a complaint, I think it was something else, but nonetheless, I guess showing up 45 minutes or an hour before your flight is not enough in some airports, in some small airports. So clearly there's a lot of people still traveling, right? If I missed a flight, they were able to get me on the next flight, so not too many people traveling. But yeah, I mean, it's not like these aren't ghost towns in these airports. These people are traveling. They don't look like me, but they're traveling. They are traveling. They're using the summer to their advantage. So it's going to be very interesting to see. I don't want to see this. I do not want to see this.
Along these same lines, I think that we're seeing increased consolidation in the banking industry, and we're going to see this across more industries going forward. I think that the M&A environment over the next 12 months is something investors are pretty excited about for good reason.
So you think the good old-fashioned big M&A deal is back?
If you look at M&A stats year to date, Large corporate M&A activity is up quite a bit.
Okay.
Mid-market M&A activity is flat or even down a little bit. So yes, I do believe that.
All right, big thanks to my roundtable today, Jed, Brooke, and Inez. Awesome insight as always. I appreciate it.
Listen,
all right, I go one-on-one with early Facebook investor and Zynga founder Mark Pincus. I'll be right back with that conversation.
Listen, I was invested in Zynga, y'all. I was invested in Zynga. Shell reporting. I was invested in Zynga before they were bought out. Who bought out? Who had bought out Zynga? Well, I think it was like Microsoft. I think Microsoft had bought them out. Oh no, Take-Two. Take-Two had bought them out. Take-Two Interactive. They do games. I believe this is the company that does GTA, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. I thought about investing in them, but when they bought Take-Two, when they bought Zynga, my shares didn't transfer over. They bought me out. And I thought about, rolling it into Take-Two, but at the time, Take-Two was already, it was on a high. It could have been around this time. It was at a high point, so I didn't think it was a good buy, but I should have bought in at $100 here in 2022, or even 150 here in 24. Nice little pullback here, 189 this year. So if you're into the gaming GTA world, Take-Two might be worth looking into. Maybe there'll be a dip before, I don't know. Not too sure. Not quite sure, y'all. We'll see. But nonetheless, of course, as always, y'all know, or I would hope that y'all know that I appreciate y'all. And, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Thank you for just tapping in. Drop a comment, say what's up, recommendations. What do you want to see? What do you want us to talk about? Every day, as many days as I can, from 8:45 to 9:45 a.m. I'm gonna just leave it at that because my schedule can be up in the air sometimes. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna run it up like that, and lots of good information. So until next time, y'all, we're gonna close it out with a little bit of royalty-free music.
Are you the wizard?